So, kind of had to end the day a little bit earlier than I would have liked. I've got to hose that one right there that's leaking like a son of a bitch. So, I also had one of these bullet teeth was shot. You can see they all have a carbide tip on here. Well, not so much on this one. A little bit of glacial till in here, granite. So, it's part of the maintenance on them. And I got a couple others I'd like to change while I've got it upside down here, but like that one and that one, even that one. But I can't get them off. I probably need the propane torch just to put a little heat on there because everything's jammed with snow and muck and crap. So I'll wait till the big guy gets here. He's got a torch. And then in order to get that hose off, we already did this one on Friday when it was -30 out. That was bloody lovely. So in order to do that, you guys have seen enough pictures of what this thing looks like. We ended up having to take all these bolts off, detach the frame off of the mulcher housing there. And then we could get a wrench in there to take the hose off. And this hose also has this has a second hose here that's a low pressure return right there. A case drain, so that one's fine. It's just this one. This has all the stress going through 4,000 psi, and I think it's 35 gallons per minute, US gallons per minute. So you know, a little bit of strain on there. So working in -30 isn't exactly the best for it. So I'm just doing a little bit of maintenance on here. I gotta grease everything. There's 3 grease fittings on the other side here on the front of the mulcher. When I stretch it out, then I give each one of them a single squirt. They got some kind of special high-speed bearings in there, and so they need a special grease, and the tube for that special grease said polyureic grease or something like that. Sounds like fertilizer, but I never heard of it before, but that's what it needs. So you give it a squirt on each one of those every 8 hours, and it's good to go. So basically once a shift sort of thing. And so this brushing I'm doing, all this mulching, we call it brushing because it's mostly what it is. I went from way over there off in the distance where those power lines are, those big tower lines, and then all the way through here. I did quite a bit just on Thursday and Friday alone, and Friday we had to service this thing or replace that hose, and actually Wednesday I was working out here too. And then today's Monday, so it came through here on Friday. This was very light going. It's just these little fine sticks for the most part. It was like mowing grass pretty much. And then there's a bend over here, and then that goes for like a mile straight, I guess. As far as I can tell, it goes straight. And a little bit heavier going, but not bad overall. It's just when they cut this ditch originally, they didn't really level off their spoil piles, and then they kind of put them on both sides. Just really shady work, just very poor work to it. Somebody's hunting blind there, or hunting deer. And I already saw one today. They love it when you start smashing up the poplar trees because then they go nibble on the bark. The rabbits will come out too. And jackrabbits if there's any around. I haven't heard any coyotes, so. But yeah, they just grind it all up over here. You can see there's lots of poplars, and they take a fair bit of grinding. Well, they take a fair bit of grinding, but they grind really well, so. It's all trembling aspen. Very easy going. A few biggish ones that are like these, those are easy to take down, and it just keeps going. It goes for like a mile. Looks like it gets pretty thick, but once you get up there, then it sometimes it doesn't look so bad. But you can see, like, they just tossed up their windrow. They didn't level it off. Usually they kind of level it off so it's like a little bit of a road, and you got all these piles on this side, on this east side. And that's not really, you know, usually you just put it on one side. Somebody's got a tickle ditch to try and drain this swamp here. hopefully we get to do the ditching for this in the summertime. It'd be kind of nice. Be left alone, you don't have to work beside a road or nothing like that. So, but you never know, they have to survey it and figure out their budget and blah 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 and all that sort of thing. So, but yeah, so try and fix this all up when time comes, and take that hose apart tomorrow, take that brusher apart to get that hose off. It'll be easier tomorrow because it's only going to be like -10 or something like that. I think it's the same thing today. Is beautiful. Friday morning I started off as -36. Thursday -36. And got as warm as -20 I think on Friday. Something like that. I even used the mulcher here just to sweep the snow away. Actually it works pretty good like that. It's like a little snow blower. So yeah. I was working in the bush in Canada. So it's kind of light and dense bush, off and on. Yeah, looks like some weather's coming in. I know it's supposed to get colder on Wednesday, unfortunately. So that's my new to me truck. It's an 07 Toyota Tundra. I got rid of the Dirty Max. It was starting to give me trouble with the transmission and the turbo, or something electronic to do with the turbo or something like that. I don't know. I know it still had EGR intact. I thought that had been disconnected, but it was still intact, unfortunately. So that could have had something to do with it. But those things are always worth something to some stupid kid that's going to go soup them up. And I think it had been souped up by somebody, because I could waste anybody with that thing. So it's kind of a shame. I liked having that Dirty Max engine there. Dirty Max, whatever. So the Tundra's nice though. It's Toyota, so it should last a lot longer than the Chevy or Ford or Dodge. So that's the end of that. Talk to you guys later.